Hello everybody and welcome to our channel, the Dodrio Adventures. Today we are delving into the realm of Animal Crossing New Horizons and are taking a look at 5 glitches in the title. However, these bugs are not ordinary in comparison to most video game issues. These so-called glitches are completely, utterly useless. So useless, it even worsens your gameplay experience. All glitches mentioned in this video were found by the two of us. With that said, let's get right into it. Oh, and there's a balloon. Now that's what I call useful. I'll be sure to shoot that down with my slingshot. Now let's start with the video. Number 1. The Resident Services Glitch. The first glitch we are taking a look at is what we call the Resident Services Glitch. The Resident Services Glitch allows 2 players to morph inside one another, and by utilizing various reactions, the 2 players can retain their morph state, requiring no controller inputs. To perform this glitch, you will need a second resident. Then head to the upgraded Resident Services building and talk to either Isabel or Tom Nook and end the conversation. In this instance, we talk to Isabel. The important part is not of talking to the character chosen, rather the action of sitting in the chair. Following the cancelling of the dialogue, exit the chair into the center area of the Resident Services whilst holding up. This is where the second resident comes into play, in which they are to run upwards into the same location the moment the leader exits the chair, causing the 2 villagers to morph into each other. This is only a temporary morph, however. This can become permanent by opening the reaction ring and or using a reaction. Be warned though, that if the reaction ring is not open on the first frame available, your characters will be pushed away from each other. This glitch is always fun to pull off and has endless hilarious results. So if you have a second resident on your island or have the opportunity, feel free to try it yourself. Number 2. The NookPhone Glitch. The second glitch we are taking a look at is what we call the NookPhone Glitch. Simply put, taking out the NookPhone will cause the camera view to shift to different places not meant to be seen, and in this instance, the NookPhone is used to angle the camera to see that after someone quietly leaves, the models of villagers remaining on the island are stored in the airport. Furthermore, the NookPhone allows us to see the people filtering out. Now you know why your loading screen is taking so long. You're just waiting in line, waiting for others to file out. Remember, the NookPhone can help us view more than what is inside the airport, so comment down below what other things you discover that you might otherwise not be able to see. Number 3. The Frame Perfect Fishing Glitch. The third glitch we are taking a look at is what we call the Frame Perfect Fishing Glitch. No, this glitch does not help with catching fish, and nor does it benefit you. Rather, it lets the fish escape for no apparent reason. By attempting to reel your fishing rod in on the exact frame the fish sinks a bite, the fish will remain in place as if it was open for an opportunity to be reeled in, while your character will reel in their fishing rod priceless. The bobber will also disappear. However, the idle fish should have been and was meant to be caught. This random glitch has cost us 2 fish overall, as seen right now, but may have cost thousands of people worldwide, stealing tons of potentially rare fish and leaving everyone empty-handed. Now that's what I call useless. Number 4. The Rock Collision Glitch. The fourth glitch we are taking a look at is what we call the Rock Collision Glitch. It may be a small one, but a peculiar one it is. To perform this glitch, swing a shovel into the edge of the rock, try not to be too close to it. When doing so, an odd visual glitch occurs, in which the shovel clips through the beachside rock, making your character appear to swing at nothing. Of course, this is not true, and the rock should have had collision, thus giving it the name the Rock Collision Glitch. Number 5. The Shadow Glitch. The fifth and final glitch we are taking a look at is what we call the Shadow Glitch. This one is even smaller than before, but is much more important than you may think it is. It's kind of hard to explain, but I will do my best. When Animal Crossing New Horizons loads in an entity, it does so when it is a few steps off screen. However, the game does not account for the shadow length of the entity, and when the entity loads off screen, the shadow abruptly pops on the screen, which makes a shadow appear seemingly out of nowhere. Sometimes this glitch may not occur, but when it does, it really downgrades the gameplay experience. After encountering this glitch multiple times, I find it to be one of the most annoying things in the game. Bonus glitches! Here are 3 additional glitches that involve a shovel. Shovel glitch number 1. When digging an item diagonally between 2 solids or holes, your character will clip into the holes, and following the dialogue, "Look, I dug up a fossil, sapling, anything," your character will be pushed out of the holes and the camera will shift suddenly. I'm sure most of you guys have experienced this glitch. Shovel glitch number 2. After planting a sapling, trying to dig it up on the first available frame will cause the villager to swing their shovel a little bit, but not dig up the sapling. The character's probably thinking to themselves, "I should probably dig up the sapling," and then think, "Actually not." The final shovel glitch involves a second resident and allows the second resident to run over holes for the first time. When planting an object into a hole, running over it during the animation will make the villager appear to be running over the hole. The game thinks the moment the object's being buried that the tile is ground, which causes the second resident to have the ability to run over it, which is pretty cool. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, and if you really enjoyed, make sure to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Goodbye, and have a nice day, you guys. See you later.